Hey YouTubers, I'm doing a project today and I have to move my gas dryer out of the way. I need access up there, so this is in the way, and while it's out I have to pull it out. I'm going to be doing some little bit of maintenance. I'm going to clean out the ducts, clean out all the lint from the ducts, and I'll show you how to do it. You should clean the lint out of your dryer once a year. See how much debris is just in here. So, I'm shutting off the gas. I'm going to disconnect this here because I need to be working in this area. But you don't have to disconnect the gas to clean out your dryer vents. The exhaust ductwork is connected down the bottom, and I have a clamp on there that I'm just going to loosen that up. It's like a big radiator clamp. So I'm going to take that off and remove the duct from the dryer. The way I clean out my dryer is I have a lint brush. You can find these at Harbor Freight. I think they're about $3. They work really good. Just open up your lint hatch. Mine is on top. Sometimes they're in the front of the dryer. Try to do this one hand. Just stick it down there. That should be good for that end. These are flexible so you can bend them. Usually there's a chamber that comes up this way inside. You have to get up there, bend it, and swish it around and get all the lint out of it. Before I slide this back into position, I'm going to turn it on and run it, and hopefully I'll get out a little bit more of that lint that I knocked free when I used the lint brush. I don't see anything else coming out. Make sure you clean the lint screen and put it back in. The next tool I use is a dryer duct vent brush. Cleans out the ducts. You'll find this on Amazon for about $11. It's about 10 feet long. Works pretty good. I also clean the ductwork that goes all the way out and exits the house. Get that nice and clean, and I'll go outside and make sure all the louvers are working properly. so no little mices come in the house. And this is pretty cruddy. I used the duct vent brush and I could not get everything out, so I am going to use see how much is in there. It's a lot. I'm going to clean it out with the lint brush. Well, I got a little bit more out. Looks pretty clean. I'm going to go inside and use my electric leaf blower and blow that stuff out. And it's a matter of just putting everything back again. Anytime you move a gas appliance, you always want to check all the fittings for leaks with soapy water. I did that with mine. You want to check all the connections, make sure you have no leaks, and it's okay to slide it back into position. There's several reasons for cleaning out the dryer vent. First, it's a fire hazard. Second thing is you're getting better efficiency. Also, if you have a dryer in your basement and it's in close proximity to your oil burner, the lint can clog up the oil burner. The oil burner sucks in the air and it starts to clog it up and makes your oil burner more inefficient. In your best interest to clean out your dryer vent, and hope you liked it. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Sometimes when you're hooking up your dryer, you have to cut the ductwork to make things fit. So sometimes you'll have two ends that won't have the crimping on it. You can use one of these bands. Get this in the plumbing department. I think this is 4 inches. So that's what I use for this. Makes that connection. It's metal, it's stable, and it works for me. One problem I had was because this vents up and out. This vents upwards vertically and then goes out of the house box. These vent stacks don't always sit well, and these vent stacks move around. So I found these clips. I found these braces at Home Depot in the plumbing section. They're for 4-inch pipe. I just used some self-tapping screws. Just make sure you're not going into anything electrical. And they hold the stack. Yeah, they keep it from going side to side and from coming off the bottom. I've repaired my gas dryers over the last 30 years. I'd probably say about 6-7 times. And what usually goes bad with the gas dryer are the coil packs that open the valves to let the gas in, or the igniter. And you can tell if it's working. There's a little hole there. There may be a little emblem on that. You look in there, you turn on your dryer. If you, after a minute or so, actually less than a minute, you'll see the igniter ignite, and then the coil should kick in and open up the valves to let the gas in. If you don't see it lit up in there, if it doesn't light up, then you need an igniter. If you see the igniter go off and it's lit up, and then the burner doesn't come on, 9 times out of 10 it's going to be the coil pack.